Hello everybody, welcome to another story time with me, Anthony, and Adam, and also behind the camera,
me.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's useful.
yeah. Who's me?
Simon.
Yeah.
Simon off of that Ambiguous Blanket podcast.
Yeah, that we keep doing. So go check that out. We've got an Instagram account. Go and give it a follow. You'll be notified when we've brought a new cast out. Podcast.
We're on many podcasting applications, aren't we?
Yep, Android, iTunes. You'll find us on there. So
We've got a website.
Yeah. Which you'll find on our Instagram account. Click on that and get straight to it.
But let's not advertise that all day.
No.
Let's talk about something else that we've done also, which is a mountain bike film.
Yes, so today we're going to be talking about a mountain bike film called True MTB, which stands for mountain bike, that we did, that's on our YouTube channel, which you can go and watch. And yeah, we're just going to talk our way through it of just how we did it and stuff. And yeah, let's start. So before we press play, we were filming a guy called Sam Naylor. He's a professional downhill mountain biker, and you'll see how good he is in a minute. 'Cause it's just some pretty impressive stuff. We did a lot of Foley sound recording in this, didn't we? So.
Yep. We knew sound was going to be a big thing in making it not just like the standard like music video type, just music playing in the background like montage kind of thing. We wanted it to be a fully kind of grounded film, so it seemed like it was actually happening. Seemed a bit more real, I think. So
yeah, we
intention.
Recorded a load of sound just in my house, just the chains and. I put a cereal box on my head to try and get the sound of the helmets and all this that stuff. I mean, not everything works, but yeah, we just played around with different noises and that with the bike just to get all the different sounds.
I did use that though.
Oh, you did?
I did use the cereal box.
Oh.
We have a helmet though in our house.
Is it a full head on over one?
No,
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it wouldn't have made any noise. So yeah, let's press play then and see how it sounds. Wait then, I want to get the volume up because of the fan. Here we go. Oh, you can hear it. You can hear it. That's cornflakes right there.
That's the noise.
So yeah, as you can see, we used a lot of slow motion, fast motion to really kind of show, the stunt in like super slow motion, so you get to see all the kind of skill there and stuff as well, but then still keeping that speed pace going.
Yeah, we wanted to contrast it with like really, really fast, how it looks when you're there, and then slowing it down to super slow when you're seeing it to add the dramatic effect. And we filmed this on our GH5. And we did 180 frames per second for this.
Slow as you can go, is it?
Slow as you can go
on that camera.
Yeah. Let's cover some other camera bits. We filmed it up with the 29mm vintage lens.
Yep. We had a China
small rig
cage, which had a handle on top. And it was attached to a Manfrotto tripod, so it was really good for Adam to use the handle on both to really be able to, follow the movement, because it was so quick to get those fast-paced movements. So we thought that the cage really helped a lot there into achieving some of these shots. We were very lucky to do it where we did, because it's a private place, so no one really knows about it apart from a handful of people, and they build all these ramps and stuff themselves. So it was quite impressive seeing everything there. But yeah, should we get on with the
was
rest?
it in Sherwood Forest?
No, we
Can't
can't.
tell
We
you
can't
that,
tell you where it is,
Simon.
Simon. It's private. Because it's private, they don't want people going there and
okay.
ruining it all because they've spent ages making it all, and it's
say the forest.
it's not in a forest. Well, it's in a forest, but it's not. It's not a.
It was green screened.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not an actual forest you can go and walk in. It's like a small plot of land somewhere in the countryside. It's not actually where a public can walk in or anything.
If we said Sherwood Forest as well, you'd just go
You'd-
to Sherwood
Sherwood
Forest
Forest
and
and
find the
nothing.
closest.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
it's a big
Mount-
forest.
I think you'd still find it there. I think,
Probably,
let's
yeah.
just say it was in the UK.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go. I enjoyed watching you film that, Adam. Your face of fear as he came over, because we have a nice photo of that, which I'll put here.
Over
There you
Adam's
go.
face.
Yeah, it was Adam with Adam, isn't it? So there you go. So yeah, that, and we got some. I thought I really liked this shot. It's quite nice, and obviously the music goes all slow as well, as you hear now. Why don't you tell them a bit about that noise? Because
Yeah.
you didn't do that with me. You must have added that in separately, because we did the chain, which you can hear, just subtly, because we first had it too loud, didn't we? And I think it was just too overpowering. But now it's just subtle enough, and
Yeah.
when
Well,
he's far away, it's quieter, obviously, and he gets closer, you can hear it a bit more.
yeah. When we were thinking about the audio, we were thinking about what sounds would actually happen, and one of the things that we were thinking about was that you'd hear obviously the standard things like the chain and the wheels going round, and a bit of the tyres hitting on the ground and stuff, and the ground being pushed away. But one of the biggest things that doesn't kind of come from a bike, it comes from
Displacement
the
of air, innit?
displacement of the air around when you're moving so fast. It's that air that makes the noise. So that's what we tried to do with this, and I ended up using just some ambient kind of wind noise, and then playing around with it and mixing up the speed and stuff. So when it goes into slow motion, you kind of hear that sound that ends up sounding like a bit of a whoosh kind of thing, and when he comes straight past the camera, you end up hearing that as well. So, or variations of that. So I think it's important to hear that. I think it adds a lot of realism. If it was just the bike sounds, it would sound a bit odd, really, I think. So I think that was good.
And I really like this shot, how he's going towards the third of the camera here, and he's a nice angle as he's about to land and stuff as well, and he's got the tyre twisting it like that. I think it's just a real nice
I like
displacement.
how the wheels are green, because they go quite well with the green background.
Yeah,
That was definitely us.
yeah.
Yeah.
We told him, you know what? Paint your bike green.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is Simon's favourite shot.
hold on. Let's go back, because it's got a bit confused. We're playing this on YouTube.
Yeah. That's
This took us. Is it the third attempt?
Third or fourth, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was third, fourth attempt, and it was they were just off by like a second or so. But yeah, I love this shot. It's because it's it's quite more of a kind of whoa. Well, actually, the end shot I really like as well. But yeah, this was cool. This took a few attempts.
Probably adds some like scale to it as well, because you sometimes can't see how big the things are that he's jumping over, but when he's jumping over another real life human being, it's a bit. It shows how high he is.
Yeah, that's kind of their average jumps, wasn't it, as well? So. I love that shot. And there, the lovely bend. Oh, that shot where you saw him flying through the trees, while we were waiting while we were setting that up, someone came bombing down and smashed straight into it. It was well scary, but he was all completely fine. Because they had all the right gear on, but he's proper like, oh god, I thought he was going to hit one of the trees pretty hard.
Yeah, it was quite far away from us, but he ended up flying like pretty close to us
Yeah.
at the end.
like a metre away from us, just like, "You all right, mate?" I was like, "Fucking hell, you all right?" And he's like, "Yeah."
I think they must need to get used to falling over, like how to fall over properly or how to fall off properly.
Yeah. Oh, and what did you use to make the noise of the leaves?
I used a shower curtain.
There you go. Used a shower curtain, which on one of the shots we did, it did sound too much like a shower curtain, so we had to cut it out. But in this one, it does sound really good, like leaves.
I find it funny how you can't use leaves.
We could
use leaves.
It weren't autumn, and there weren't much about.
And also you'd have to go like deep into another forest, I guess.
We should have got them
Maybe-
there and then.
Maybe it
but
doesn't give you the sound. I don't know. Does it?
We were a bit more in control with the shower curtain as well, to like of what it would do, and it was in a more controlled environment rather than being like just on a street with cars going past and stuff.
Yeah, quite a lot of stuff was happening around here, so you had the influence of that. But yeah. And off he goes out of the forest and on his jolly way. And then some nice little birds there, background.
I think the music goes well. I really like the music.
Nice hard pump action and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the reason why we didn't go for much of the audio there is because obviously you can't record sound whilst you're recording slow motion, so we'd have had to use an external recorder, which we did for some things.
Yeah, but there was a lot of bikers there,
Yeah.
and you couldn't just be like, "Hey guys, you know what? Stop talking and doing your fun, because we're here to film." Because obviously the person that we were filming didn't own the place or anything like that. Everyone was obviously had their right to have a good time. We didn't want to like disturb anyone, so we just had to like basically work with what we got, really, didn't we? And film it where you didn't see them. Also, a lot of those shots, there's like about 10 or 20 people behind us just doing other stuff while we were filming that.
Yeah, but we always knew we were going to spend a lot of time in post doing the audio stuff to it, and recording stuff. One of the biggest probably observations from it, as we normally film in about 100 frames per second, whereas in this we filmed, like I said, in 180. And you do see a bit of a drop down in quality when you go up to 180. So obviously it's all in 1080p, but you just see a bit of a decrease in quality. So that's something to bear in mind. I think 100 still for me is a nice sweet spot. So
I enjoyed the 100, but because it was quite a fast-paced thing, we had to go 180 really. Because I don't know if you'd get the same kind of lovely slowness with the 100 frames, would you?
yeah, I think it would have been still good, but 180 was a good edge to have to push it to when we needed it. Any other observations from it?
Oh, it was really good having the GH5 because it's such a small, compact camera with a cage, because we had to go over a few fences and through a few fields to get to this place, so it wasn't a very accessible. We had to leave our car a good mile away, I think it was, not about a quarter of a mile away walk.
Yeah, it was a 10-15 minute walk.
Yeah, so without, so the GH5 was a really portable, camera to get out there, and also with its stabilizing thing. Even though we used a tripod for all the shots, maybe a couple we didn't, but I think most of the time it was just still good to have that option there as well. So overall, for like on the gun run, whatever you call it, run and gun, it was actually really good and performed really well. And we didn't have, there was no shot where we thought, you know what, we need another camera. We were just like, yeah, this works perfectly fine. So yeah, really happy with that. Yeah, that's about it now.
That's it. If
Go
you've got
and
any
watch
questions, then you can ask us though.
Yeah, leave comments down below if you want to know anything else, how we made it, we might have missed out that you might be interested in. Be sure to go and check the actual video out on our YouTube channel. Just go on YouTube and search Escape Everything Studios, hit that enter button, click on the channel thing, click on the videos, go down and you'll see it there. Give it a click and have a watch, and yeah, leave comments on there if you like as well, because we'll ask questions through there as well. But yeah, thanks for listening guys and watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.